I was on my way to the grocery store and I drove by the new Savers. It hasn't been open. I've been waiting for it to open. And I didn't think it was going to open until after Thanksgiving, but there's a bright red sign that says now open. So not going to the grocery store yet, stopping at the brand new Savers to see what they have. So let's go thrifting and see what they've got. Let's see what the new Savers has. Right off the bat, I spot these brown bag cookie molds. These look good. I've never seen a little boat before. That's different. This one's from 87 for $5. That one's 92 for $5.99. This little piece of pottery, it's dated 1956. Huh. $5.99. I like the colors. Oh. Brown drip piggy bank. $6.99. No stopper. There's a Bunnykins. There's no date on it. $14.99. See what else. Like these saucers. Okay, that says ×4. I only see ×2. So 2 of these for $7.99. This rate brass side by side with that price. Don't love the price, but I'm gonna put it in there just in case. This sugar bowl, Fernandware. It's Mayflower for $5.99. It looks in really good shape. Okay, this makes me happy. This price, however, does not. It's kind of high. I'm trying to look for marks, but it's a big one, and I think it'll polish up nicely. I need to look at it more closely. I've got to figure out my system here. Kind of got a mess going. Okay, I spotted this bottle. Now, I just happen to be Capricorn, so that caught my eye, but $12.99. Made in Italy. There's a white wine jug. I need to look that up. This little silver plate. It's a baby cup or a punch cup. I need to zoom in on that to see what that says. Derby. It's kind of beat up. Curious about it though. Add it to the cart. I think these are the teacups. This goes with those other saucers. Maybe that's why at first it said ×4. So they want $7 for each of these teacups. And they're in good condition. Made in England. Teacups are tough. Those are a tough call. Okay, here it looks like more of that same pattern. I can't tell. I want $5. That's a good price. Okay. I like that bowl. Spying some good stuff. And then there's these that go with it as well. $3.99 for 2. I like those. Those are in good shape. Here are the dinner plates that go with. $9.99 for 4. There's a whole bunch of it back there. trying to get away from plates, you guys. This isn't helping. Look at these kitchen canisters. Old pottery. I think they're signed. Oh, it's $6.99 for this one. And then $7.99 for that one. And they look in good shape. I like those. Here's another great piece of pottery. Like a little casserole dish for $9.99. Oh, it's one of those steamers. It's kind of a purpley color. I don't love the color. But the last time I saw one of these steamers, I passed it up, and then when I went back for it, it was gone. So tempted to grab this one. Look at all these bags. So many to look at and go through. I did see this one that had some cocktail napkins in it. For $3.99. Flamingos, bunny rabbits. That one looks like maybe a new package. Look at it. Here's my cart so far. Hey, here they've got all kinds of flatware bagged up. It's not as fun as digging through dirty bins, but I'm gonna take the time to look at it all. Okay, look at this gigantic Magnum. Somebody's wired it for lights, which I don't particularly care for that part of it, but for $15, it's a fun display because it's giant. I would probably pull this out somehow. They've shoved a whole bunch of lights in there. Down in there. Would you grab it? Okay, well, that was, let's see, I need to look at my watch. I was there for 2 hours. I am not a fast thrifter. I'm not. I've said it before. You can't be thorough and quick. And there was a lot of stuff in this new Savers. It used to be a dollar store, a Dollar Tree, one of those. And so it's a really big space, and they have filled it up. I had to just stop filming because the store continued to fill up full of people, and there's a time where you're just like, I have to get serious. So I didn't get a lot of footage of my actual shopping. And 3 different gentlemen had to help me out with all my stuff in the store because my helper's not with me today. The one day I really needed him, and I got some really good stuff. But now I'm like, okay, so if everybody is here at the Savers, is no one down the street at the Goodwill? So now I'm kind of like, maybe I should go because maybe the Goodwill is, maybe the shelves are kind of full because everybody's here at Savers. And I still need to go to the grocery store. I'll get there eventually. Stay tuned and I will show you the full haul. Okay, so I'm back from Savers. I'm very excited about everything that I picked up. So Derek's here behind the camera, and he hasn't seen any of this since he wasn't with me. So I'm going to share it with him and with you guys at the same time. I did stop at the Goodwill after Savers, and I have to say, it was dead. Like hardly any people in there. Nothing really on the shelves. So I don't know if everyone in town has been donating to the new Savers. And so there's just really nothing at the Goodwill. I don't know, but I probably didn't. I was in and out of there within 10 minutes. So this was all that I ended up coming home with today, which was plenty. So I'm going to quickly show you guys everything I got and let me know what is your favorite and what you want to see come to the shop first. Okay, I'll get the big things out of the way first. I did come home, honey. You know how well I do with these champagne, silver-plated champagne buckets.
Love champagne.
I know, it's your favorite. Paid $35 for this, so paid up, but I always do well with these. So this was one of those situations where it's totally worth paying up for. And the silver plate looks to be in good shape. I'll polish it up and get it in the shop. So I'm interrupting the haul to do a little bit of a demonstration. So several of you have asked in videos past about what I do to polish silver, or how I polish silver. And really, there's nothing fancy about it or special. It's pretty simple. So I'm just gonna do a quick tutorial about what I do, and I thought that this champagne bucket would be an excellent example. So what I typically do is I start with some hot soapy water to get all the dirt and grime off. So that's step one, pretty simple. So I have always liked this Wright's silver cream. It's just worked the best for me. Now I've used some other products in the past, like Tarnished, I believe. Not a big fan of the sulfur smell. So I don't use that. I also have this cream, this Haggerty all metal polish. So I might try a little bit of that today. I've mostly had this to use for like little brass pieces that I want to polish up, different than silver. So I don't think I've ever used this on silver plate because I always use my Wright silver cream. So I'm going to test it today and see what we think. So it's pretty simple. I just always make sure I have some good gloves. And then I have some old flannel pajama bottoms that I have cut up into these just little rectangles. And because they're just so soft and easy to kind of bunch up in my hand, this is what I use to polish my silver pieces. So without further ado, let's get this started. Other thing that I have to mention is that it takes a bit of elbow grease. So what I normally do is wipe it on, put a little bit on, and maybe let it, kind of sit, move to another spot, let it sit for a second, and then go back in and really rub. And I just go, in circles, a circular motion, and get it all polished off. And then what I will do in the end, and look how much tarnish is on this little rag. I will go back at the end when I get all of the tarnish off, and with a clean rag, I will give it one more polish. I will say that this is just my way of doing things. Other people might have a better way of doing it, but this is what works for me and what I have success with. And this is that soft toothbrush that I have that helps to get down into some of these little grooves, works the polish into the grooves, I should say. And then I go back with the cloth and wipe it down. I may have to get another cloth. And it just polishes up so pretty. I see in the thrift store every day. This is a gigantic empty bottle of Veuve Clicquot. And okay, so I called it a Magnum, and you said no, it's not a Magnum.
Double a Magnum.
It's double a Magnum, and it's called a what?
Jeroboam.
Jeroboam. That's a real name?
Yes.
You didn't make that up?
I did not.
Okay. And so a Magnum holds how many bottles of champagne?
Double what a normal.
So 2 bottles.
2 bottles.
Okay,
so that's 4.
So this is 4 bottles worth of champagne. Okay, so that's really fun, and it's a big party. If you have a special occasion, you want a Jeroboam, and then you get to have this fun empty bottle. So somebody enjoyed this fun bottle and then drilled the hole in the bottom and stuck lights inside it. That's not my favorite thing. So I'm going to put Derek to work and have him see if he can pull out. I don't know, they feel a little stuck, so they may be in there forever. And my plan is maybe to keep this anyway. We have this great Moet Chandon ice bucket that we bought at a street flea market in Paris back in 2019. And actually it was Derek's purchase. It was probably your favorite purchase, wasn't it?
Yes. Of
that trip. So I think this would be really cool in that bucket. So for $14.99, I'm not sure, what would a Jeroboam of Veuve Clicquot cost full? Do we know?
Hundreds of dollars.
Well, an empty one at Savers was $14.99. Okay, so I've got 3 bags worth of stuff. And because it was the second day of opening, they were giving away free tote bags. So you gotta love something free. And you know what else I loved about this store was that there's a rewards program. And I'm sure those of you who thrift at Savers all the time know this. We don't have one close to us. So I have shopped at Savers before. I've never joined their rewards program, which is silly, but I did today, and I already earned a coupon. So I love a store that's going to give me coupons and discounts and all that good stuff. So I was able to get a $20 and use it today, a $20 coupon. So love it. Okay, I picked up this, what I now have Google Lensed as a fisherman's basket. I'm not sure how it is exactly a fisherman's basket or how a fisherman would use this basket. Do you know, honey?
Puts his sandwich in there.
Puts his sandwich in. And his beer bottle sticks out of the top of this. Anyway, it's a fisherman's basket. I think it'll make great decor for somebody with a special fisherman in their life. So we'll put that in the shop. Okay, honey, you know I like studio pottery.
Yes.
And I found some today. I did come home with these 2 canisters. Now, I'm going to call them kitchen canisters, but they're canisters that could go anywhere. They could go in your bathroom. They could just sit on a table somewhere, but they, like this one has the artist signature on the inside, and these were a decent price. This one was $6.99, this one was $7.99. And what I love about these types of kitchen canisters is that they don't scream, I'm a kitchen canister, you know, so they're just subtle and pretty on a countertop, and 2 different sizes. Won't list them as a pair, but list them where you can purchase them separately. Mouse has his ball. Okay, and then the other piece of studio pottery, honey, I'm going to quiz you. Do you know what this is used for?
Bundt cake.
That's a good guess. That's a very decent guess. It is actually a steamer. And I learned this from some other thrifters when I posted a different studio pottery steamer that I saw at a Goodwill. And I was like, I don't know what this is for. Why is there a hole in the middle? And everybody was like, it's a steamer and you should have picked it up. And I went back and it was gone. So today I decided, you know what? I'm going to take this one home. The colors are good. The blue is a little lavendery, but I like the braided handles and the short squattiness of it. And I like that it's pretty by itself. But again, you could use as kitchen decor, but is both functional and pretty. So, and it is also signed on the bottom by the artist. Okay, I did find some other baskets other than just the fisherman's basket. This cute one with the handle on top, I thought was nice. And then this one, I've sold another one similar to this that was a little bit taller. What else? Frames. I did come home with a few frames. I showed you guys this one, this big solid brass double 8x10. I paid up for it, as far as her frame goes, I paid up for it $12.69. Gotta wonder how they came up with that pricing. But I love frames. I'm actually gonna have a big lot of brass frames. I'm getting ready to put in the store, and I might be adding this to it. So somebody that's been looking for an 8x10, double 8x10 will be able to find this. I like this cute little one with, it looks like a little brass bow on there, which is a nice little gifting size, $3. And then this one I bought for myself because I've got that piece of art that we bought at one of the church thrift shops. He scooted closer to us. He just moved his stuff and came this way. So anyway, it was that watercolor that I picked up, and it had a black, modern looking frame, and I wanted something that looked a little older. And so this one is broken on the back, but I'm not reselling it. I'm keeping it for myself, and I'm gonna have Derek put a little thing in the back here. You're gonna put a little thing in the back here so I can hang it on the wall. And okay, dishes. I said I was gonna be a lot better about not thrifting as many dishes, but I found some really good ones today, and the prices were really good. And I just told you guys how platters never sell. I never sell platters. You guys don't buy platters. I bought a platter, but I couldn't help myself. $9.99. So I bought a bunch of this. It's ironstone, made in Staffordshire, England, Heritage Hall, Southern Plantation, I think must be the name of the whole pattern. It was in really nice condition. So it's really great right now for kind of the autumn and fall vibes. So I'm hoping somebody will want this platter. You guys haven't wanted the other platters, but maybe you'll want this one. So there was a whole bunch of this pattern that was there. And I pretty much bought all of it except for the cups and saucers. So I bought, there were 2 of these cereal bowls. And I like it because they have them priced, like I got 2 of these for $3.99. This vegetable bowl, again, same pattern, was $4.99. The salad plates, $7.99 for 4 of them. The dinner plates, I bought the dinner plates, 4 of them for $9.99. They have different scenes on them. This one says Heritage Hall, Pennsylvania Fieldstone. So it looks like they're different, maybe like historic homes. I need to look up. This says Heritage Hall, French Provincial. And these dinner plates say Heritage Hall, Georgian Townhouse. I loved the transferware, the brown with the, like the floral has a little hint of blue and green to it. And then, I mean, they're just, I love the scalloped edge. And then the last set of dishes are good. And there's 8 of them in here. I won't pull them all out right now. Are these vintage Copeland Spode. It's in Buttercup. And I'm in love with this pattern because of the delicate little yellow and blue flowers. I love this basket weave along the edge and then the scalloped edge. $7.99 times 4. So I got 8 dishes for $16. So $2 a plate, pretty good. So I was excited to find these. These are old, again, made in England by Copeland Spode. Such a pretty pattern. We don't need more dishes. My intention is to list these, but oh my God, Derek's making a face. You can't see his face. He's shaking his head and giving me an eye like,
no more dishes.
I know, but look how pretty these are.
Someone
These,
would love this.
I know someone would, but I would love these too. All right. If you guys really want them, let me know. How could you not want them? They're gorgeous. Okay, you see this huge bag? Here's where I really spent the majority of my time. Now, in one of my last videos that I did, and where I kind of told you my reseller origin story, and I talked about books, that really started with books. And it continues with books. I was, of course, drawn to the book section of the store, and it was really, really big. And I could still be there probably looking at books. I didn't even look at fiction like for myself. I'm tempted to go back. If I knew the store, the parking lot wasn't going to be hard to park in, because it was packed. This place was packed. Everybody in town is very excited, apparently, about Savers opening. So I focused on the main things I resell, which are cookbooks. One that I got that was older is, it says, "Through the Grand Canyon from Wyoming to Mexico." I loved the cover. And this is from the 1940s. It was kind of in their vintage section. Oh, another good thing about Savers is that it said if you buy 4 books, you get the 5th free. So then it was a contest to see how many free ones I could come home with. And I ended up coming home. I came home with 20 books. So I got 4 of them for free. James Beard. You need help with fish, cooking fish. He would be a good one. William Sonoma Christmas. I need to get this listed quickly. New England. I think this would make a lovely gift for someone who is from New England, has an affection for New England. Wonderful coffee table book. Jacques Pepin, who, was buddies with Julia Child. This is La Technique. And sure enough, it's all photos about how to cook things the right way. So thought that was very cool. Here's another James Beard. This is The Theory and Practice of Good Cooking. So 2 books for anyone that you know that is a James Beard fan. These silver palette books, I have sold these a lot in the past. And so there were 2 of these. I love it when you find, and I always look before I kind of clean these up and get them ready to list. When they have these little tabs, somebody's marked a favorite recipe, I always want to look and see, like, okay, what did they have marked? What was their, oh, this one. Oh, I bet it's the gazpacho. What do you bet? I doubt it was the borscht. It's probably the gazpacho. So both of those, I found some Martha, some vintage Martha. I found, this is one, these are both very, very early hardbacks. I keep thinking I'm going to find one day that's going to be signed by Martha. Look at this old Betty Crocker, Dinner for Two. I'm pretty sure, and my mom will probably even say this, that she had this book. I feel like I recognize this from my childhood. The print's too small. I can't read what year it's from. This is the first edition. I think this would be a fun wedding gift for somebody that appreciates vintage things. Now this one I'm tempted to keep for us too. Too Many Tomatoes, Squash, Beans, and Other Good Things. A cookbook for when your garden explodes. So I had my very first little garden this summer, and I still have tomatoes producing, and we got to figure out something to do with all the tomatoes. So there's that. Oh, here's a couple other Martha ones. Oh, what to have for dinner, desserts. I may keep this, read it for myself. As much of a fan of Julia Child as I am, I have not read her book, My Life in France. Look at this cool art book. And this is another one, honey. I don't know if we want to keep this or if I should sell it. What do you think? Beautiful coffee table art book. Ina. Picked up Ina. Ina in Paris. I've sold some of her cookbooks before. So this one was a really nice one in good condition. Oh, here's another Martha. This one is a Nordstrom cookbook. And then the last one was this vintage Betty Crocker. So that's it. What do you think of the haul, honey?
Nice job, babe.
Do you approve?
Yep, you did well.
I think I did pretty good. I'm really happy with everything I came home with. It's a lot of cookbooks. But like I said, I got 4 of them for free. I always try, I'm working really hard now to, whenever these episodes air, to have all of this in the shop so you guys can immediately grab it. And that's certainly the intention with this one. But let me know what your favorite thing is. I don't know if I had to pick what my favorite piece that I thrifted today. I don't know that I could pick because there's a lot of really good stuff. But I mean, I love the champagne bucket. The Veuve bottle is pretty unique. Thanks for coming along with me on this really impromptu, not planned trip to Savers. You're probably going to see a lot more of this store on my channel in the future because it's my new favorite place. I can tell already. Granted, I know it was filled with really great stuff for the grand opening, but I'm hoping that it will continue to be a really good spot. So you don't need to do this. That doesn't need, are you saying I'm crazy or I need to speed it up? Need to wrap it up?
But
Wrap it up.
you gotta do your finish.
I gotta do my finish. As I always like to say, every piece, including a, what is this? Gazeboom?
Jeroboam.
Every piece, even a Jeroboam, an empty Jeroboam of Veuve, tells a story. Don't you wish you knew the story of this bottle and the party that happened? I wish I did. Every piece tells a story, and I'm glad that you're a part of mine. Until next time, bye. Get my workout in. Oh my gosh. It's gonna make me sweat. You do it. Put the thing down. You come do it.